goes up the stairs, and it's like a 700-pound woman.
What?
Laying in the bed.
It's a beautiful baby.
And she goes, so whenever that bitch dies,
That's going to be a tough
they're going to have
day.
to get a
Crane.
forklift and take the side of the
Yeah.
building off.
Yeah. Holy shit.
She doesn't fit down the stairs.
Oh.
You
That's
just see him in
where-
there with the fucking chainsaw.
I was asked to watch somebody's house when they were gone. I decided to throw a fucking party when I was in high school.
In someone else's house.
Yeah, bro.
You are a fucking dick.
And hold on, this person's house was a friend of my mom, and she was a teacher at our school.
Oh, God. You're an asshole.
Bro, it was a crazy night.
What was it like on the
An
inside?
eighth grader's dream.
That's when you figured out what fucking pre-cum was right then and there.
Pre-cum to the gills, yeah.
Blue balls, dude.
Hell yeah.
You'd be walking home limping.
You'd be like, fuck!
It'd be like
Yeah.
a grown-ass man DJ
my
floor, and then fucking 18 and unders
Everywhere.
grinding, making out, touching each other for the first time. All
That's
horny.
so uncomfortable.
So much heat. I remember how much sweat there would be.
Sweat.
Because you're just a bunch of
Sweat.
horny teenagers.
So fun, dude.
Listening
So
to fucking hard bass music.
Yeah, you're
and
literally
no
seeing
teachers.
strobe lights, and
That's
all you just hear is
crazy.
Because it's not posted. Welcome back to the D2 podcast. Around the table, you can tell we probably don't have a guest, but Zach Blotchick, Nick Justice, Lance Hafner, myself, Zach Devo, and Luke. We're a little goofier because we don't have to impress anybody today.
Yeah, I'm ripped.
Let it
We're
rip,
just
gentlemen.
back to the full squad in the house.
Back to what this podcast is meant to be.
Yeah. All right, this podcast great again. Oh my God, we had one episode. Oh my God, that's so funny. Anyways, welcome back. Use code D2 with Bashmouth. Use code D2 with the Flavor Gang. And we had a really good week. How is everybody?
Very chill.
Dude, it did feel like a great week,
I had
didn't
a
it?
fucking shit week.
Oh, I had a great
I was
week.
about to say, I looked at you and I said that. I was like,
You said we all had a great week, and I'm just like
I had a
envisioning
great
like
week.
Vietnam flashbacks of just like Kleenex, fucking NyQuil, Dayquil, nasal spray.
I had a great week. So.
I'm glad you guys
I had
had
a
it.
good
I'm
week.
glad you guys had a good week.
Devo, you had a huge opportunity brought up to you with work, dude.
Yeah.
Want to talk about that a little bit?
Not yet. I don't want to jinx it, so I'll bring it up down the road.
Okay,
But
okay.
there is one, and it's super exciting, so we'll see. But yeah, no. What?
Knock on wood. Yep, there we go. Oh,
I didn't say it.
Just in case, boy, don't rest it.
Anyways, I'm back on gear, so
fuck yeah, you are.
that's why it was a great week. It feels great.
And tell them
Yeah.
the mess up and what happened.
So I
This is crazy.
may or may not have purchased some testosterone that said 200 to 20,000 or 200 to 2,000, and I was like, okay, so it's 200
An ML.
ml. Yeah. So I was doing 0.75 a week drawing on the needle, and so that is what I thought I was doing to get to 150, 175, maybe 200 if it's a little off. But anyways, for 16 weeks, and then I was to the point where I was like, I fucking hate life. I was like, life sucks so fucking bad. The gym, I went from 405 on incline for 7 reps to 275 for 6, and I was like, I'm falling apart. Like, I thought I was going
That
crazy.
is crazy.
And then one day I'm talking to Lance on FaceTime, and I'm just looking at the vial, and I see 200 to 2,000, and I go,
Fuck.
it's a 200 mil vial, so it's 1-to-1. So that
Yup.
would be 100 to 1,000. And I
Because
was
the
like,
big vial conversion on
yeah.
the label.
So I was like, you idiot, because I forgot it's bigger.
So
So
how much were you doing?
doing 75.
per week.
I started laughing
week.
because he was explaining. I could literally hear what was processing through his brain because he was reading it out loud as he was saying it. And he's just like, well, I've been doing 0.75. And I'm just sitting there and all of a sudden I'm driving.
out.
I literally started smirking and I was like, ding. Because all of a
Yep.
sudden he just goes, I've been doing 75 fucking megs for 16 weeks. And I was like, yeah, you have.
And that was coming off 1,200.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
that
We
decline
dropped
is-
straight down, and then I fucking sat at that for 16 weeks,
imagine.
and I was so depressed.
It was
Erin
fucked.
was like, you've been in such a funk. She's like, I've never seen you not be able to knock like
You were not
some
enjoying
sort
the
of
gym.
funk because I can always get out of it. But I couldn't. I could not get out of it. I was stuck in it. Work sucked. Gym sucked. Life sucked.
You were natural as fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, how did normal
and
people
some.
do this? Luke, how do you do it?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it was terrible. So now we're back on.
How did
instantly
your
feel great.
workouts feel?
Shit, dude.
Terrible.
I could tell he dude, like usually he's like, we're both pretty good at like, if someone's off, being able to be like, hey,
Get
let's
him out
have
of
a
it,
fun
yeah,
lift.
yeah.
And I could just tell he was like, because like I had just started my cycle. So like the lifts were moving fucking great for me. And then I can just see he's like a movement in. He's talking about how something hurts and shit. And I'm like, oh, dude, he is not having a good time.
No.
Yep.
It's just crazy though. So anyways, where was I going to go with that?
Back on cycle.
Yeah, back on cycle and feeling way better.
Way better. Looking better already.
Looking way
Rounder,
better.
quick.
Holy fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
What you
just-
taking?
1,000.
Oh.
I'm telling you,
Gotta make up for it. Gotta make
Devo
up for it.
tolerates
Right back up.
Devo tolerates high test really fucking well.
I pulled into the
From
gas.
what we know.
I pulled into the gas station like barely making it. And I was like, fill her up.
Isn't that funny that I say Devo tolerates high test when literally 1,000 milligrams per week is a low end of what people fucking take?
Oh yeah,
I've heard
You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy,
yeah.
bro.
All of them say that they were in the twos.
Like I told
Insane,
Rally
bro.
my test dose the other day, and she's like, "That's way too much." I'm like, "Yo, are you fucking kidding me? This is still baby shit."
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? But it's like it's
in
a lot
context,
in context
compared to
yeah.
some large
Can you share? 'Cause
dudes.
you-
Oh, I'll share it. Yeah.
Can you share? Because speaking of, Nick is fucking almost 300 pounds.
What'd you
right
say today?
now.
293?
Yeah, that's
Oh, you
293.
finally broke 292?
293.
Yeah.
Well, it was always like just 293, 292.
Okay,
No, there was
okay.
always a fluctuation.
So
That's almost 100 pounds more than me.
That's where
That's
I'm at.
crazy,
He has
bro.
100 pounds on me right now.
That's fucked.
That-
That's crazy. It's crazy to think too, bro. Like less than what was it back in July? After I turned pro for fucking 20 weeks, I was just on TRT and 3 IUs of growth, and it's just it's so weird to think like that's what I turned pro at, and now I'm literally 300, almost 300 pounds with abs, and it's wild. I've never thought of it. I remember a couple years ago, somebody asking me, or just like multiple people over the years, like, will you ever be 300 pounds? Like, no, I won't ever get there. I don't want to get there.
Remember?
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
We were sitting
We said
around.
you might get
Was
to
it
like
a campfire or
Yeah, I could.
something? And it was like one of our, like the witch was still around. It was early.
Fucking
And
Was
Lance,
it that early?
yeah, and Lance and I
Oh,
were sitting
shit.
there, and we were like, he's gonna be 300 pounds one day. I was like,
Confidently.
easily. I was like, you were 275 last offseason. You barely like broke the surface
Yeah.
of like what your body wants.
Yeah.
Those
I
clavicles.
said he's
are
going to
fucking-
hit like at least 310, 315
I said
at the end of
330.
this.
I think I get
Oh,
330.
not this.
How
yeah,
many?
330.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
saying after this.
if not
first
more,
bust.
but healthily 330. I think for
It's going to look
context
different.
of
yeah.
health. Yeah,
It's going to look different every
You're,
time.
you're
Yeah.
tall too, so you
Yeah.
got that like on Andrew Jack like style build. You got to
yeah.
build.
And we're not rushing it either, dude. Because it's like
no need to.
one of the things that Tyler told us was like, yeah, Nick could do open, but like he's young, don't just put on weight to put on weight.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really glad that even though we are not men's physique and we're probably not going to do classic, like could I do classic? We get down to it for my pro debut and we're like, oh damn, dude, like you're only like 10, 15 pounds away from your classic cap. Let's do classic.
Right.
That could happen. But like right now we're training as a pro bodybuilder, like in terms of how I'm structuring my different training structure now with the food, with the approach to the off season, but still wanting to keep the mass with class. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Because I don't want to just be a tall fucking blob of muscle.
It would be
So-
terrible though.
Oh no, it'll get there. It'll get there. But I want. I think it's a goal. I think it's a goal of mine. I want to keep the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's made me
Because that's where the sport's shifting, too. you
right,
can tell.
right. And just like one of the biggest issues with people losing that aesthetic as they gain weight quickly is gut health.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been so fucking diligent on my gut health since we're now going to be reaching new heights of body weight
Yeah.
and food and
How do your
gear.
joints feel newly at 290?
My what?
Your joints.
We had that issue with my knee.
Yeah.
That really pissed me
Yeah.
off. But that was from a training.
did pretty
thing,
good yesterday.
and that wasn't from I felt great yesterday. Training with Zach.
The leg press did the leg press bother you or not really?
Not at all.
That
My
leg press
joints
is really
surprisingly
smooth.
feel great.
Which
I
one?
don't have
What's that one called?
the one I
white
told you.
Oh yeah, nice.
I don't have carpal tunnel at all, and I know
White one.
I thought it was gonna come on because we always see like when I train, my arms get so pumped, my fucking hands turn purple.
Yep.
what he
And
was
it's
saying.
not from a bad blood pressure. Like my blood pressure is very good right now, but I was afraid I was gonna get carpal tunnel at some point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm very happy that's not shown any signs of it,
Nice.
especially too with just growth hormone. So 850 test and 400 primo, and 6 IUs of growth hormone.
Nice.
Oh, 150 MPP too.
Nice.
That's it. So
yeah.
I feel great.
That 150 MPP is gonna
Probably amazing.
What were you
Strong
talking about
as shit.
yesterday about switching growth hormones?
Yes,
You
and that's
said
what I was telling
that,
Lance this morning.
Your face was puffy, and now it's not as much.
So we all know like the NPP water retention. You know, it can be good, it can be bad. Great for training and joints and feeling strong, but sometimes it can just be like, wow, it's just a little bit more added weight. You notice it, you don't like the appearance. So I ran out of Serostims for a while. Was taking generics, and I told you guys that I got my hands on the new Pfizer growth hormone Ngenla, which is the sustained release growth hormone. And it's crazy because that's around the time I started NPP, and I noticed that when I stopped taking Ngenla and went back to Seros, a lot of my water retention left because of I was just stacking up. I was dosing that growth every other day, and it's supposed to be a once per week injection for kids. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it's developed for growth deficiencies. So my pumps were so fucking bad, like my lower back pumps. But like, and that's honestly why I think once I started Seros, I started fucking losing weight again. I started getting leaner. So we increased food. It's just because I flushed the water retention it seemed from the NPP too.
So you're saying the Pfizer one had a lot of water retention?
More than Seros for sure.
Yeah.
Noticeable for me, especially with the lower back. Definitely. Not the retention down there, but the lower back pumps of intracellular muscle as well too. So great shit.
Oh, I bet.
Fucking feels nuts.
Yeah.
But Seros are so much better.
Yeah.
Or just good generics, dude. You can't go wrong with good generics, dude.
No.
Growth hormone's been the best.
Anyway, yeah, dude.
That's
We were training yesterday, and I pulled my shorts up to look at my legs. My legs were pumped as fuck. Zach fucking pulls his pants down.
I put my leg up right away.
And I literally to my left. He's like, before I could even look at him in the mirror, he's like, nope. Pulls his
right
pants.
away. They were huge.
And then, but I'm like, but I gotta look at him
Ridiculous.
very quickly. His fucking legs are shredded.
Yeah.
I can show them right now.
Fuck.
No.
That'll be a
Keep your
little
pants-
weird.
Take another mirror selfie. You'll be
Like I tried to get Zach to do it again. I'm like, Zach, your
Only
legs
for
are
you.
fucking lean, dude.
Cookies and
Jeez.
cream.
Cookies and milk.
Yeah.
Bro, did you eat that whole cookie
Oh, by
last
the way,
night?
can I tell you guys a funny thing I heard this week?
Sure.
about
Dude,
one
let's
of my
hear it.
Past clients, dude,
Sure.
it's fucking retarded. Oh my god. So he was like one of those guys that like I felt like didn't really give too much of a shit about like actually putting effort in. It was kind of just like, hey, I'm doing this, blah blah blah, like very bland, not a lot of like description in his stuff. So I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna do the best I can to like help him. So I did my best, obviously, and he dropped off. I think actually a couple weeks ago. And then
Good riddance.
yeah, but like I heard from one of the people that he's friends with that he was fucking like seasoning his chicken with like cinnamon toast crunch like
What?
sugar and air frying it.
I know those, dude.
Dude,
I've seen those at the stores.
yeah, he
Disgusting.
would do
That's
that. He would do
Cinnamon
that
Toast
all the
Crunch
time.
chicken?
Yeah, like he would like season it, like it would be raw, probably put like the sugar on it and air fry. it.
Bro, really?
Sweet chicken.
fatties.
That's what I thought. I was like, dog, like that was the first time I was really like, what the fuck?
Reminds
Like,
you that grown ass adults are just chill.
he wasn't really an adult. He was like 19.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Still,
that's
dude.
But like
bad.
still, I never would have thought
Who
to
teaches
like.
you that?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, how can you like? I mean, I'm a fat ass, but like, I would never think of like
That's
doing
disgusting.
some type of shit like that. And he also said that like I would put like chicken thighs in, and he'd be like, "Yeah, Zach, switch my shit." I never put chicken thighs in once. I'm
Damn.
like, dog, you're fat. There's no way in hell I'm giving you chicken thighs.
Bro, that's
But-
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard that like weird shit either.
I've
'cause
never.
I'm just like,
No, it's disgusting.
dog. I thought I heard everything, but
That's a
like,
new one.
That's
I-
a new one.
I've never
That
heard
is
of
a
that,
new
dude.
one.
I've never heard of
I know the
that.
product you're talking about, but the
Same.
thought of that on chicken sounds
It's
fucking
disgusting, right? Because it's
Sounds
like it's
disgusting.
not
It's
supposed to
chicken.
be sweet.
The
It's
closest,
chicken.
the
No.
closest thing I've ever came to something like that is on prep when I would air fry my, what's it called, my asparagus. There's like a cinnamon, a sweeter cinnamon seasoning that I would use. And it would be like sweet asparagus. So it tastes good as fuck.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a sugary cinnamon toast crunch one like he's
That's
talking about.
just gross.
It's disgusting.
Is
I'm
it
just
like a
bro,
chicken and
what?
waffle vibe? I
No,
guess.
I
maybe?
think on chicken that's just sounds. I mean, the
Sweet?
cinnamon would go on the waffle, not the chicken.
It's definitely.
I know, but
eating
like I'm saying, the
waffles.
sugar, like
Sounds
the sweetness
disgusting.
of the chicken. 'cause
Sounds
I mean, I
that's
see
disgusting.
people put like pineapple on their shit.
But imagine
that's kind of
the-
sweet.
That's great.
But
Imagine
like,
the
that's
color
not,
of
like-
chicken with cinnamon sugar on it.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Oh.
Like, that, yeah, I
Brown
kind of want to
shit.
vomit.
Brown.
Think of that.
Ew.
Brown sugar. Think of brown sugar on your chicken.
Ew.
That's
Ah.
pretty much the best way I can describe describe it.
And you literally texted today, why can't my clients be normal?
I was just like, bro, like what the fuck? And he got fatter. I was looking at my clients from like start to finish. From him start to finish, he got fatter.
Bro, what a
I'm like,
fuck.
dude, all right, he's getting fatter. He's getting fatter. Hey man, what's going on? All right, he's getting fatter. I can't stop. I
Yeah,
can't stop.
Hey, dude, just wanted to let you know, unfortunately, as of this month, I can't move forward with the program.
I need to focus on my relationship with food.
My
Goes out
doctor-
and drinks every night of the week.
It's
My
so
doctor
tough.
said I shouldn't.
Yeah, my doctor said
That
I
one was
shouldn't.
tough. That was a
My
tough
doctor
one.
says I
that was a
shouldn't.
tough one.
I had somebody that did that. This one guy that signed up one time. He was a referral from Rizzo, actually, Lance. And because he went to Rizzo's clinic and was going through some shit, and he was like, he told me, he was like, yeah, dude, divorced. I'm doing this for my kids. I got all, like, I just got to be better, blah, blah, blah. Give me all these reasons. Fucking 3 weeks in, when things started to just get a little challenging,
Yeah.
messages me back, hey, man, I went to the doctor, and I've got some underlying health issues that are not going to allow me to continue doing this with you. And I said, what are your
What are
underlying
they?
health conditions? If you don't mind
Yeah.
sharing, shares them with me. I almost said, dude, you're going to have worse fucking conditions if you stay fat as fuck. I'm like, literally, you be getting in shape could make these things completely
I
go
don't
away.
understand.
You never
They-
will, because it's not a real excuse.
One of my employees he calls me. He goes, I just walked into this fucking disgusting house. I have to tell you about it. He said,
Oh, that one? Yeah.
he said he goes in and they're like, it's a call for bed bugs. And he goes downstairs and it's like this kind of semi-normal family downstairs. And they're like, well, the woman says, my sister lives upstairs. And he goes, okay, let's go take a look. Tight Milwaukee, corner.
Yep.
And he goes up the stairs and it's like a 700-pound woman
What?
laying in the bed.
It's a beautiful baby.
And she goes, are you going to be able to help me get these bed bugs out? And he goes, and then he said he saw them like crawling around.
Shut
her,
up.
Like in her hair.
They're probably
and shit.
nibbling food
But
off
she
her.
can't
Yeah.
move. So,
Oh, my God.
and she's just sitting there and there's insulin needles, he said, everywhere on the ground. And then there's
That's
like
fuck.
food everywhere. And then there's a bucket with
No.
a toilet lid right next to the bed.
Oh, my God.
She's missing one whole leg because they
Yep.
they took it off for
Oh my
diabetes.
God, and she's still 700 pounds.
Sexy
And
lady.
she, apparently she's just talking to him and he's like, I need to leave. Like, this is
That's
disgusting.
gross.
And the bed, like, there's blood stains all over
What
the
the
bed.
fuck?
Because the bed bugs are
Like a
literally,
horror scene.
I was
the
gonna
bed bugs
say,
are
my
like sucking
God, I
her
would quit.
blood.
That's-
And he's
that's
like,
it.
I've never seen that level of
New
bed bug
job.
infestation not flow to other rooms because they need to branch out. But because she's
Oh,
so
there's
big,
they got so much
she
surface
was
area.
feeding one of the largest infestations we've ever seen, and usually you see it branch to every other room because they're looking for more.
Wow.
But there were so many of them. Just
Wow.
Think about that theory, dude. She's like,
and she's
Ant
just
woman.
munching. What?
Those
Yeah.
bugs are literally keeping her alive, drawing the blood out of
That's
her.
Probably.
fucking disgusting.
I was gonna say that when you're
That's probably how she's keeping her
Little
glucose low.
That's like as you described it. I imagine the bugs, and she's just sitting there like that, eating, probably like signaling to them, "Drain me
He said
for a little
food
bit."
bugs are gonna
wrappers,
slowly take
food
over tomorrow.
everywhere in there.
Ew.
So she's just laying in bed all day with the TV on, just
Your punishment is your life.
plowing.
That's fucked up.
And then he said that she was telling him, she's like, yeah, I was going to get surgery, but they told me I can't get surgery because I got to lose weight. And she's like, how the fuck am I supposed to lose weight at 700 pounds of one
Wow.
leg?
She got a good point.
And then he goes, okay, yeah.
She's just calling in for bed
and then,
bugs.
and then she goes, well, how are we going to treat these? He goes, there's no possible way because you would have to be removed.
Yeah.
But she doesn't fit
Move.
down the stairs.
Fuck.
So whenever that bitch dies,
That's going to be a
they're
tough
gonna have
day.
to get a
Crane.
forklift and take the side of the
yeah.
building off.
Yeah. Holy
Because
shit.
she doesn't fit down the stairs.
Oh,
See,
You
that's
just see him in
where-
there with the fucking chainsaw.
cutting a square out of the wall.
Finally passed away.
If that house ever
You know,
catches
he's got
on
a
fire,
leg
dude.
going.
Everybody's coming down the stairs with bins.
He's got a leg. Just
See, that's where I'm a firm believer, and people might hate this,
Hazmat
but that's
suits.
where your freedom should be removed, and the government should be
Bro,
allowed-
you're a, yeah.
Is that a
Government-
mental illness at that point?
Oh, yeah.
dude,
Like-
what are you talking
Your
about?
entire
Yeah.
fucking
Called
being
lazy.
is
That's
an illness.
exactly.
Gotta get
He
to
was
a
talking to
point.
me about it. He goes, I know I'm like a little heavier set, but he goes, that was the most motivation I've ever needed.
Wow.
To realize that I never want to
man.
be that way because he's trying to lose
Crazy.
weight. And I'm
Yeah.
like telling him how
That's a
to little
perfect
bit.
thing to walk into.
And he's like, I had to call you. He goes, I knew you'd be disgusted. Because I went on. I immediately my switch flipped and I forgot he was an employee,
Yeah.
and I was just like, "That's her fucking fault." And I just went off for like 20 minutes. I was like,
Oh my
"Oh, sorry."
God.
I was like, "That's my trigger point."
Yep.
I hate fat people like that.
Fucking crazy.
and feeling bad for themselves.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna treat this? Die.
Hey, don't worry, bro. She's a beautiful woman.
I got it. Fucking gun to her forehead.
I was gonna say, dude, if that
Treat this.
that house is on fire, dude, I would hate to be the fireman, being like, shit,
Bro, literally.
She's just
Literally. Bro,
Is anyone in
imagine.
there?
They're gonna need a crane, bro.
That's so bad. If that house catches on fire and somebody goes in there to save somebody,
Whatever.
That's
Like, try to-
fucked.
you're
that's not, bro. Imagine the decision you have to make in your
Yeah,
head.
you kind of
You're like, if I try to get her out,
I
I'm
would.
probably gonna die.
That's an easy decision.
Oh yeah,
Bro, not for your job and everything
No, bro,
else,
you're-
bro. Because as a public servant, I feel like he would have to make a decision.
Fire me. Fire me. I'm dying.
That's
taking
Oh, I'm
her
saying
out.
I would do that too. Like I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna save myself over
they
this.
probably
point.
would be
Taking her down
super
the
pissed
stairs.
about it. They'd be super.
Eric Smith. He's just rolling her. He comes out the front door in slow mo through the smoke, like, rolling her.
Oh my god.
I did it, sir.
Oh my god.
Just burnt to shit.
Yeah, she's a crisp.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's crazy.
Damn. But like,
Anyway,
that,
hey.
isn't that fuck story? I didn't even think about
Hey,
bringing that
bro.
up. But
Body positivity. She's beautiful.
dude, she knows she ain't beautiful. That's why she's
Fuck
just
no.
eating herself to death.
I know.
Just
Jesus.
Did you see that? Did you guys see that headline?
750 pounds. Like,
Or that, not that
Almost
headline,
up to
some
1,000.
news story of some massively obese fucking woman rapper is suing Uber because the Uber driver literally wouldn't get in, let her get in her car. And I'm like, bitch, you're 500 plus pounds.
And if you read the
You are allowed to
if
deny
you read,
service.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
read the transcript too between them, he goes, "I just don't think you're gonna fit," and she's like, "You don't think so?" And she was trying to fit. And he
Yeah.
couldn't.
Small car.
And then he's like, "I don't think so. We'll have to get you another one. I'll refund you."
Yeah.
And then she was like, "You're saying I can't fit?" And he's
Bro.
like, "You clearly can't. Like,
No,
then why
she-
aren't you fitting?"
God.
And now she's like, "I'm suing you. It's not gonna get anywhere."
No.
He actually he was like, "I'll get you a new one and I'll refund you. Hold on." Like,
Same thing with the people on airlines,
truck.
dude.
I Uber, dude.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
allowed to deny
Dude.
service.
That's
you
why
are
I
allowed.
That's what I was talking a couple weeks ago. I'll fight for
Oh,
this
yeah.
elbow room.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
over it.
Dude,
I
almost-
earned my space. Look at
Oh,
this
yeah,
shit.
that's facts.
1,000 milligrams of test. Fucking A. You guys fucking suck. Anyways.
That's
Yeah.
sad, though, dude. That's
It is
really
sad.
sad.
It is sad.
It
But
is
like,
sad.
I don't
You
feel
wonder-
bad for them by saying that, but I'm saying, like,
It is sad to
it's
realize.
crazy that's where it's gotten.
What was their
down.
upbringing
Yeah.
like, though?
Someone
Like,
let
you
them
know,
down somewhere along the
Yeah,
line.
so-
That's where you feel bad. You
Something
don't-
mentally traumatic, probably.
You can make any decision after,
triggered
like,
that.
once you're an adult, all decisions are on you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
totally believe that, but someone didn't teach them the right things.
100%.
And then someone put her ass upstairs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you think about the
Yeah.
future if that kept going the way it was going.
Just put her on
Imagine.
the first floor.
When they took the leg, I would have been like, "Fuck, we got to get her downstairs."
Yeah,
she was
bro.
too big to fit down the stairs.
Yeah, that was not a smart.
One day you just start sitting in bed, like reading a comic, and all of a sudden,
fall
like
asleep.
water drips on you, and you like look up, the ceiling's blowing, it just falls on you.
Imagine that being your demise.
Oh my god!
What's that movie with the, I think it's with, is it Denzel Washington? But it's about the 7 deadly sins.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
What movie is that?
I don't.
That's exactly what it's
I
called.
think that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And the one with gluttony. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
dude, that this is what that reminds me of.
Yeah.
The sin of gluttony. Whew, dude, that shit's crazy.
Yeah,
Only in
fucking-
America, baby.
and-
That movie
yeah,
is
only-
wild.
I heard it was wild.
It's gruesome.
Anyways, what else? I have a ton of topics. Hold on, let me bring some stuff up.
I'm pretty high. I'm enjoying.
22 minutes of bashing fat
Yeah,
people.
we were just talking about
Hey,
drugs and
bro,
bashing fat
good.
people.
Hey, welcome to the D2 podcast, bitch.
We're not judging.
Finding out. Okay,
700 pounds,
Oh,
though, is wild.
I want. This is a fun switch up. Night Storm.
What's Night Storm?
Oh,
We-
God.
that-
That would have been right up your fucking alley.
We were talking about it 2 weeks ago. Well, I think we've touched on it before, but have we talked about
Yeah,
Night
we have.
Storm?
I think we have touched on it before. Yeah.
Uh,
a while back.
We wanted to revisit the Night Storm.
maybe I was
Sick.
gone.
Let's do it.
Have you been to Night Storm?
No.
Have you been to Night Storm?
What is it?
What is it?
Okay.
That's what I
then
want.
So
that's
him and
all.
I
don't
have
know.
only
So-
been there, actually.
It shows our age, bro.
You old fucks.
yeah.
Yeah, what the
we're-
fuck is this?
Yeah, so
You
Night
would have
Storm,
loved it.
Back between the ages
Middle
of
school and
middle
high school.
school in senior year of high school.
You're just starting 8th grade, probably. You're just starting to scratch puberty. 7th, 8th grade.
Okay. 7th, 8th grade. So
you'd be like 13, 14.
13.
You're just starting to understand that like you're a horn dog.
13 to 18.
Those are good times.
That was the age range.
That was actually the age. That's crazy.
The age.
All right, let's
13 to 18 was the age range, and you weren't allowed to come into the club if you were over 18. It was 18 and under. So it was a club that would travel Wisconsin, and it was a huge DJ, and they would rent out. So it actually used to be hosted at the Waukesha Expo where the Shredded Cheddar shows are. So every time I go, I have legit flashbacks.
Wait, really?
That's all I see.
It was in Appleton for me.
What?
Yeah. And it would travel. So
like a little parking lot.
So they would set up a Facebook group. Everybody would add all their friends into the Facebook group. So it'd be like 2,000 people in this Facebook group, and then they would say the location of where it was going to be.
That sounds fun.
And then it would be like $20 to $25 to get in. Your parents would drop you off.
Yeah.
And you'd be standing in line like
dressed
the
to the
music
nine.
in there just like whoa, whoa.
Alcohol provided and everything.
Shot.
Oh, no booze.
It was for
18
middle
and under.
schoolers,
It was
dude.
middle school. Everybody drank. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
you guys
Drank.
drink?
You put shooters in your
I
shoes.
didn't know. I didn't know
yeah.
you could. I was such a good boy.
Yeah, I
I
was gonna
didn't even
say.
know that was allowed
Really?
to like sneak alcohol.
I went sober.
I was such a good
I was
kid.
sober.
I would show up there with my 3 fat nerdy friends, and it would be 3 fat guys,
You're in
and I would be in
tuxedos.
like a button-down shirt and cargo fucking shorts, thinking I look great.
Yeah,
super
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
And
yeah.
we're all just like listening to music, like this is the night we're gonna fucking.
It's called
grind
Night-
with some girls.
Night Storm.
Night Storm.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds like a
And
We wouldn't have that up north. We never did. Ours would just be like, hey, let's invite this county, this county, this county. Let's pick this gravel pit to go fucking party at. And then we just back up the trucks to fucking bonfire.
Yeah.
That was our night storm.
That was crazy when I started hearing that. When I went to Stevens Point and started hearing those kind of stories, I'm like, what the
All the time.
uncivilized.
How was it?
Bro,
like?
yeah, it
what
was
was it like on
redneck
the
shit.
inside?
What's that?
What was it like on the
An
inside?
8th
dude.
grader's dream.
So
as a
really?
boy.
think about this. I want you guys to envision it from 30 years old because that's who the DJ was.
A grown ass man.
It would be like
Yeah.
a grown ass man DJ
my
floor, and then fucking 18 and unders
Oh my god.
everywhere.
grinding, making out, touching each other for the first time, all horny, so much heat. I remember how much sweat there would be. Because you're just a bunch of horny teenagers.
So fun, dude.
Listening
So
to
fun.
fucking hard bass music.
Yeah, you're
and
literally
no
seeing
teachers.
strobe lights, and
It's-
all
that's
you just
crazy.
Because it's not hosted. It was the only non-school hosted like dance thing you could go to.
Really?
There were no rules. There
It
were
was
no rules.
hosted by Night
There were no
Storm, a
chaperones?
DJ and a bunch of fucking
Wow.
security guards that like
That's sick.
built this company.
Wow.
And they were like, "What if we just travel and do an 18 and under club where it's $25? We'll get thousands of."
And they're
kids
not
to come."
supplying anything illegal.
No.
so
There's
it's
no
like,
alcohol there. We just have dancing, and if you see anybody like,
It's what you
getting too
dreamed
much,
a
the
high school
police
dance
come
would
and
be.
they pick them up.
Bro, that's actually. Dude, do you
That's
think
smart.
would that slide nowadays?
No.
No.
I don't think so either.
Absolutely not.
The amount of
Predators that
my
would show up to
notes
that.
actually say
for real, what
Night
the
Storm dry humping because that's all it was.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were talking about it the other day. Remember when
We
we used
joked-
to dance
oh,
in
dude,
high
we
school?
joked about it hard.
It wasn't like now. I don't think I could ever just like hard grind with Aaron. I'm 30 years old. I don't even
Think about it. You're in 8th grade, though, dude.
Wait, in 8th grade, you were like
So excited.
Yeah, bro.
Hands pulling
You
their-
were fucking.
I remember
You
like the
were
girls
fucking-
are always pulling their dresses
Yup,
back down.
yup.
Because guys, you're just like
Bro, that's when you figured out what fucking pre-cum was right then and there.
Those pre-cum to the gills. Yeah.
blue balls, dude.
Hell yeah.
You'd be
My-
walking home limping.
You'd be like, fuck.
Dude,
So
you-
I homeschooled right up until like my
Oh my
sophomore freshman year.
No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
My first dance for homecoming, I like walk in the building, and
I wish I was
like
homeschooled.
20, 30 minutes in, there's like a line of like 15 people just like grinding on each other. I was like, what in the world is this? They're like, sup, Luke? And I'm just like,
No
walking
way.
by.
Bro, at that point, you were like, dude, is this what my friends do? What the
That's
fuck?
what I was saying to him. The worst part was you would look at your bro and be like, "What's up, bro?" and just like high five him,
Yeah.
and you're just dry humping.
I thought it was sick. Yeah.
I thought
All
it
the
was sick, too.
time.
You'd high five
And then
them
one of your
across it,
buddies,
yeah.
either you would get caught making out with the chick, or
Yeah.
you would make it, and you would all make a big fucking deal
It's a
about
bonding
it.
moment. It's a
Yeah,
bonding
bro,
moment.
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Or
Oh,
when
boy,
they
do
would turn
good.
from grinding from the back to grinding from the front.
Oh.
so they're just on your leg.
I will
You
say,
just see
bro,
your buddy's like,
I think I still got it in me. If I get some fucking
gross,
drinks
dude.
in me, and me and Riley are out at the club, I could hard fucking grind.
You
I
two
guarantee
would.
it.
You two would.
Bro. We get into that shit.
Yeah, you two would love that.
I'd probably
We just
find-
need
I'd
alcohol,
probably
and
find
it's
a
just
sneaky sass.
all right. We are fucking 21 years old again.
If
I
I
would
was
need
in
a
Vegas
lot
at a
of
club,
alcohol.
for sure,
Oh, yeah.
I bet it would.
if it was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I need a lot of alcohol in general.
too-
I'd
that.
let it fucking rip. If
Fuck
you're
yeah,
Vegas or
dude.
Some shit, yeah.
It's like me and Riley will watch a movie and there'll be a club scene on or something, and she's like, "Don't you want to go to one?" I'm like, "I do, but I'm fucking
One
too
time
lazy."
a year. One time.
I was gonna say,
Like I don't want to go to it anytime soon. But if the opportunity's there, I would not deny it. But I'm not going to seek it at this point.
That's why I'm all
Too
about
much work.
EDM. Aaron and I get to dance, but we're just fucking headbanging.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Those are fun.
See, I'm doing that Europe trip this year with my buddy, and he's got all these friends that he says that like he knows a bunch of people
That's
at
all
like
Aaron
nightclubs,
did
and
over
that's exactly what
Yeah.
I
Aaron said all
Yeah.
of Europe was just nightclubs.
I
Makes
am
sense.
going to let it.
You dressed to
fucking
the nine, like
Yep.
you were in
Exactly.
a suit. Like
I literally
Sweden
told them
nightclubs?
I'm going to fucking buy some super.
the
nice
girls were
outfits and
always
let
in
it
high
rip.
heels and skirts or full dresses. Like you
It's
don't
a-
you don't
get a
wear
passport.
sweatpants.
I'm
No.
doing like 10
no.
days.
You don't even just wear khakis. Like you got to have like full on.
I'm having
Yeah.
full outfits.
That's where I'd fail.
I
I'd be like,
some-
nah.
I
yeah.
miss
too much
like
work, too much work.
I miss the excitement of getting your friends together, and like there's an excitement that I love about us getting together, going to see a show or going to travel somewhere,
Dress
or the
nice.
excitement of us doing just an event together, even if it's just outside and we're just smoking or some
So
shit.
fun.
You know, I like the excitement of that, but I miss the excitement of like, yo, we're about to break the fucking law. Like, boy, so like we're gonna be fucking drinking, we're gonna be smoking weed, we're gonna have all these fucking underage kids and we're underage. We're
Yeah,
fucking like
there was
freshmen.
A little bit of like, yeah.
I'm like, it made me feel
Adrenaline.
badass, dude.
Yeah.
Freshman
Like, it was
year is one of the better years of your life.
I'm talking fucking high school. I got that shit, dude.
I hated breaking rules.
I loved it.
I thought it was fun.
I got in so much trouble,
I drank
bro.
it.
It's retarded.
I
There
drank
was
a
a-
ton, but I never broke.
There was a
rules.
house party. There was a house party that I was at that got crashed, but my dad was a cop, so I just walked out and I was like, Blashik, and he's like, they were like, he's good to go.
Oh,
And I was like,
yeah.
I was like,
Yep.
fuck you guys.
That's clutch.
Bro, I knew that if I got in trouble at a party that was busted by cops, I knew for a fact that I honestly would rather be with my friends and then them get in trouble by getting a ticket or some shit, because I knew that the cops would know me there because of my dad. And then
the best.
I knew, no, I knew it was worse for me because I knew that my dad would find out about it if I told him or not. And I would be in a world of fucking hurt once he found out. So I sometimes was like, dude, I wish I would just get a fucking ticket and have to pay this ticket.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I would just get underage because
Yeah,
my
was
dad's
that
gonna be
bad?
like, my dad's gonna bring up his name. He's like, you're a representation of me. I'm like, fuck, I'm sorry.
Bro, that's
Fuck.
that's what me and my dad and sister were yelling about at an engagement night. I was like, she's like, you got away with murder. I'm like, Dad, at what point did I not come straight to you when I did something wrong? I'd be like, hey, I went to a party.
Oh,
And
I
he'd be
hate
like,
it.
I told you not to like do that. And I'd be like, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. And then he'd
Yep.
be like, well, thank you for coming up to me. Or my parents found out, one of my friend's parents found weed in his bedroom and they knew that I had been with him.
Yep.
And so they called my parents, and apparently they wanted to like call the police on us. Wow. Like they were like, arrest him. And my parents come into my room. I remember they looked so mad and so kind of like ready to kill me. And I was playing Madden, and they're like, did you smoke weed with James? And I was like, yeah, I did. And they were like,
What the fuck?
okay. And they just, my dad said to this day, he still remembers being like, I don't know what to do now. Like they were ready to pry and be like,
Yeah.
well, he just called.
Bro.
And grounded. And I was like, yeah, I did. And I don't know. I was like, it was kind of fun, but kind of weird. I was a little
Wow.
high.
It was a good time.
I just told them the story, and
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I'll do it again until after football. And they were like, okay.
Oh,
That's exactly what we wanted to hear. So keep it
Good
up,
job,
kid.
buddy.
Keep
They were
it
probably
up. I
pissed.
remember
They were
my
like,
dad was like, I want you to mow the lawn tomorrow. I was like, I was already thinking about it. And he was like, yeah, well, now you gotta.
no, yeah, I'm telling you now.
Yeah, I'm like,
There's this one time where
I was
I
too
got in
honest.
trouble where I was asked to watch somebody's house while they were gone. I decided to throw a fucking party when I was in high school.
oh my. In someone else's house.
Yeah, bro.
You are a fucking dick.
And hold on, this person's house was a friend of my mom, and she was a teacher at our school.
Oh, God. You're an asshole.
Bro, it was a crazy night. And one time, and they had
Dude is a
fucking-
rebel.
They had a pool, and we're all fucking outside.
Oh,
and
my God.
the pool was frozen. It was in the middle of winter, and we fucking my buddy who was fucking fat at the time. So I'm gonna walk across this thing. Fucking falls through.
Oh,
I thought we were gonna have a dead body on our hands, bro. Fucking got him out. I literally after that moment, it scared the fucking shit out of me. And I was like, everybody's got to go home. Like somebody, if I let this slide, it's gonna get
Someone's gonna get
somebody's
drunk and walk in,
get
yeah.
hurt. And but before like everybody showed up, we were doing some shit down the road, and somebody came out of their house, like saw us and like, hey, what the fuck you doing? We weren't trespassing, I don't think, or some shit. But they like chased us back to this house, and my buddy was so fucking drunk that he ran into the side of their. They had like a sliding glass door in their basement. Ran to the side of their house, and there's this massive, like fancy glass lantern right outside. And he just ran right into it instead of going through the fucking screen door. Shattered the entire thing. And I made up the excuse, like, yeah, there's a really big windstorm. And it was just because there was a party. I was like, yeah, it just fucking fell off the side of the wall outside. Oh my God. But his face was all cut up, dude. It was so bad.
It's hilarious.
You could never get away with that now because
No.
everybody has cameras.
Yeah,
Ring
cameras.
The minute I saw the first person walking into my house, I would have called you. And after I saw the second, I would have called the cops.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I gave the wrong kid my fucking house.
Yeah, it was really. I was really immature
What a
about
time
it.
to be alive.
One time, I tried
Back
to get
then,
sneaky
you could
about
get away
it.
with so much.
Back then, dude, this is what I did. So it's like wherever we were, if we're at somebody's house, like back then there was no 5G. Reception was way more spotty than it is now. So there was always somebody's house that would have terrible reception, but they would have Wi-Fi, and we would make sure before everybody got there, we would unplug that fucking Wi-Fi. Zero Wi-Fi the entire time. And I was like, okay, let's try to see if we. Yeah, exactly. Bad idea. Bad idea.
Some guy walks in with a shotgun.
But I thought to myself, I thought to myself,
No
I'm like,
reception, no
exactly. I thought to myself, like, man, I'm trying to prevent people from like posting shit. But I'm like, guys, what if somebody gets hurt and we need to fucking contact somebody? Exactly. And then we fucking stopped doing
The
it.
killer shows up to unplug the Wi-Fi and it's already unplugged. He goes, fucking idiots. Comes around the corner with the machete.
He's like, this will be easy.
Yeah, not hard. Anyways.
God, I don't. Oh God.
Those were the days.
So
Those were fun.
We're going to keep her moving. That
was a good boy.
So we watched that video and I wanted to talk about it that we sent this morning talking about who sent it? Was
I don't
it
even think
Brandon?
I looked at it.
Brandon?
Oh,
Fitness culture becoming like
Corny?
cliche.
Yeah. Corny.
Corny is the word he used,
Yeah.
Culture becoming corny.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Fitness
because
culture.
we got dudes with
Yeah,
fucking
it's getting
3-inch
corny.
biceps posting how to grow your biceps.
I'll play it.
videos.
Speaking of when I commented on
And
that
paying
kid's
them
shit last
$100
night.
Did you get your comment taken down?
Yeah, that fucker deleted my comment.
He made a post about like certain foods you shouldn't eat, and I saw breads and cereals, and I was so close going in there. I would love to go live right now, and you explain to me why people can't have breads and
Dave
cereals.
Killer's bread or fucking.
Well,
comment.
it's just like I cannot. The one thing I think before we go into that I hate more than anything of like the corniness in social media is fear mongering like education.
Yep.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
creating a fear style into fitness bothers me more than anything else. Saying like anything in absolutes, I think the moment you see someone that like, whether it's a movement or a food or whatever, if they're like, you cannot have that, I'm immediately like, run for the hills.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
right.
there is no such thing as like a specific thing you cannot do or cannot have in a general health realm. It's
In general, yeah, 100%.
especially when you're going to give advice. Like, and I'm not saying that because like, obviously I'm like 193 pounds. I'm not some dude that's like fucking to like take advice from, but like when you're a $135 and you have zero, and I mean zero transformation to show for it, like it's one thing to be like, oh, follow me because I made a transformation myself. It's like, that's great. You've probably got a general base of knowledge and work ethic.
Right.
But
For
when
yourself.
But when you don't even have that, nor you have no education, that's where I'm like, okay,
And then
I'm sorry.
What's happening?
I feel like it is now because
And then
obviously,
going to
I'm
their
not,
bio.
not trying to like start shit with like certain people on the internet.
Oh, I
but
am.
now it is created.
Oh, I am.
I feel like I'm actually doing people on the internet now a disservice to allow for that bullshit to be up.
That's why I'm outspoken about it. Like, dude, that's why I commented on that
might
guy's
go
on that
comment
guy's
on
post.
it.
So I was
'cause
training
it
with
was
Zach,
fun.
and I saw this. And
It was the bicep curl one.
And
I
going
saw
off
it.
of what Lance said, it's like, yo, and then you click on these individuals' bio, and it says empowering men in their 20s to be muscular, lean, blah blah blah. Sign up for coaching, link in my bio.
Power yourself, you fucking
I was
dork.
I was gonna be a dick, and I was gonna make a comment. I was gonna be like, say something snotty, okay? And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna kind of like mock it.
Yeah, what did you put?
So I did all I
that's what I
did.
wanna
All I
know.
did was sign up for coaching, comma, link in my bio.
It wasn't bad at all.
So, and he fucking deletes it. Now, if somebody can see that comment, I'm not doing it for other people to sign with me. I'm doing fuck no. What I'm doing is I'm like, hey, bro, do you see where this is coming? Where you see where this is coming from? I'm like, anybody can fucking say, I'm gonna start working out. Now I'm gonna put in my bio, sign up for coaching, link in my bio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I commented for. Not because I want to coach his followers, but I'm like, it was just a little bit of like, bro, You know, it's great that you're in the gym and you maybe have a little bit more muscle than somebody. But when it comes to the importance of somebody's health and trust, like, dude, you can help people as much as you want. Put out informative content. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
help yourself.
I'm going to say this not to be a dick or shit on anybody, but do you ever notice that these same people that we're talking about when we are around scatter?
oh, 100%.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
we walk over to dumbbells, it's filled for 6 seconds.
Yes.
All
I
the
noticed.
people filming, and then the minute we walk over to use lateral raises, and I'm not trying to be like, but it's because you see people who are actually holding themselves accountable
Yes.
to what you're saying, but aren't actually doing.
And it makes people feel uncomfortable.
There's the sense to add to that too. It like to kind of add with what you're saying, not only like the action displayed, but it's like we talked about this a little bit on like a live 2 weeks ago. Like if you actually like confidence is earned.
Right.
Like we talk about that all the time.
yeah.
And how do you earn confidence? By going through hardship, by educating yourself, by truly putting in the work. Because when you go to bed at night, you can sleep because you're like, I actually did it. I studied, and not only did I study and I learned, but like we talked about last week, we applied it. Like you actually did the work. So when you notice people kind of scatter away or they don't want to have those types of conversations with some of us, it's because you don't actually at your core feel confident to have this conversation because you don't know if what you're saying is correct.
That's true.
You don't know if what you're telling and educating people is actually the correct thing.
Yeah.
So it's like if you don't feel at your core that what you are giving is like truthful, like if Devo and I get on our morning calls and he asks me something and I don't know an answer, I'm not going to give him a line of bullshit. I'm going to go, dude, shoot Nick or Zach a text really quick because they might have that answer. But you know what? I'll go look into it for you and I'll come back to you with that.
Yes.
And it's the same thing I tell my clients. I don't go on Instagram and make clips or reels or have these types of conversations about topics or like actual general fields that I don't have fully confident education enough to give you a true answer. And I think that's where the corniness comes in, is it's just all these people that all of a sudden lose 25 pounds. Now they're not just fitness coaches. No. They're life coaches. They're financial experts.
Yep.
They're this and that.
Join my
not
crypto group.
Not to shit on someone with that, but it's like, bro, you're giving financial advice while living in your parents' fucking house.
Yes.
With all that being contexted, let's play this video. I'm just going to put it into the mic because all you need to do
Fuck
is hear
that
it.
shit.
But listen to this.
Tell me when working out became so corny.
Here, I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh, I saw
You
that.
got a lot of these influencers that were losers, and they have some muscles and six packs now. Now they think they can give life advice. They never overcame any real obstacles, and now they the ones giving advice. Then you got the girls, 23 years old, never made any type of transformation, ain't gained no weight. They giving out fitness advice, telling girls they could grow their butt with a little booty band and not listen to their voice. Then you got influencers, they figured out they could sell y'all a quick fix and lie to y'all, and y'all gonna eat it up. Y'all gonna buy a flat tummy tea, y'all gonna go get surgery, and y'all gonna buy some steroids just to take a picture to flex on Instagram. Then we can't even tell women that they need to lose weight because everybody just keep calling them thick.
Ooh.
You got dudes in the gym, they being straight creeps, but at the same time, you got girls coming in the gym with their ass out and mad that people looking at them.
Yep.
Spitting some facts right now.
Ain't that a fucking
So,
fact?
you
None
Wow.
of
That all
nothing
on
he
the hat.
said was like
Incorrect at all.
incorrect
No.
at all.
It's
Like,
all happening.
it's exactly that. And I always say when you see like a super ego, it's a lot of times the guy that was super fat,
Super
Yeah.
insecure.
and is now like kind of skinny, and all of a sudden they're staring at people, they're mean mugging,
Yeah.
they're flexing constantly. It's like you overcame one obstacle in life that is kind of a pretty easy one
Yeah.
to overcome.
Yeah.
But like now you're all of a
Eat
sudden
a
telling
calorie
people
deficit.
to follow your shit. Here's a workout, try it out. Link in bio for coaching. Blah blah. Blah. Oh my god.
Friendly.
Because, like, dude, I think one of the things too that people don't realize now, like, there's people going to listen to us say that would say, "Hey, you didn't have to overcome any obstacle." Everybody has different challenges. What challenges them? Different. I hate to say this, but different traumas. You know what I'm saying? But motherfucker,
Which I do
whatever-
believe everybody has trauma.
I
do.
know, but I hate saying the word for the context of this
Right.
shit. But it's like it's more so relating. Like you haven't had to overcome any obstacles. Doesn't mean you haven't had a hard life. It just means that you haven't taken what you've needed to take from the obstacles to become the person where you can lead others.
Right.
You may have gone through hard shit, but just because you went through hard shit doesn't mean you took something away from the hard shit.
Right.
That means when I go through something, I don't. It's hard to reflect. during that time. But months down the road, I reflect. I'm like, man, I'm a better person because I went through that and I dealt with it a certain way.
Right.
You know, that's what is going to not qualify, but that's what gives you a little bit more of that stock to say, you know what? I'm not going to just base my coaching off of how I did this and how it made me a better person, but it does give you the, not credibility, but it gives you the reassurance, you know, like, yo.
Egos.
Yeah,
It's egos.
Yeah, and it's
That-
like,
yeah.
friendly reminder, just because you get in shape, it doesn't mean you're a fucking good person.
I think everybody.
Stay humble.
I hate that.
everybody
Like,
needs-
I hate that
I think
shit.
everybody
I hate
needs to
that
do
shit.
a little bit of shrooms and have their ego fade away
I
a
agree.
little bit.
I agree.
It should be like a prescription thing that every 6 months you have to just talk to your ego
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of go back to life.
Yeah.
Because everybody needs to let it die a little bit.
You know,
so you can kind of just approach things from a neutral standpoint. Not everything needs to be positive and not everything is negative, but how can we learn and move forward?
The thing is, dude. Oh, sorry, Lance.
No, I was just going to kind of add on to that, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, you know, not to sound like an unemotional like dickhead, but it's like at the same time, fuck them because like if you don't get to that spot, like if you do, like I talked to Aaron about that 2-3 weeks ago in the gym, like with some personal shit that I had. It's like just like anything in life. It's kind of like fitness. Like you have to get to a point where you are so fed up with your own bullshit that you have to ask yourself, am I really just feeding my ego this lie over and over and over again because I want to believe in my head that I am this perception of a human being? But it's like, but if things aren't changing, you have to realize that that truly is delusion and that you are going to stay exactly where you're at if you can't shift over into the mirror and be like, okay, I'm a piece of shit for XYZ category. This isn't working. What do I need to do differently?
100% with the skill acquisition of knowledge, dude. Like you don't ever switch over to that mindset of thinking of reflecting of what am I not doing that I know I need to be doing to get where I need to be. Because so many people know that they should be over there, but they don't do it because they still don't know how to apply what has came from the hard shit in their life. And they don't know how to apply maybe what they've learned from being off of shrooms. Dude, like shrooms don't fix all, but man, I'll tell you what, when I apply the things that I experienced on shrooms to my life, it works. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still applying something, but if I don't apply that, it will not come into fruition.
Yeah. Self-reflection is not easy. And that's one of the things that Lance and I have really honed in on over the last 3 years for him especially is like instead of being like, well, this went wrong and this is a huge problem, point like
I used to
this,
have
it was
back.
that, it was this, it was that, instead of being like, well, what did I do over the past 6 months that have led to that exact situation and what could I have done that wouldn't have led to that situation or allowed me, or what can I do moving forward to make sure that doesn't happen again?
We're responsible,
bro.
what
did I learn from
Yeah.
it? And
You
what
gotta-
do I throw away? You know, like, and it's that self-reflection that not most people can't do. And we've talked about it. We've said it a million times on here. Like most people can't do it. But
we touched on it last week. And I think something too that people really maybe feel uncomfortable with, dude, is like, let's say they do self-reflect. I think people have a preconception of asking for help as a weak thing.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's really tough because I've asked for so much help on so much shit in my life, and that is a sign of strength. That's a sign of, damn, this person, like, okay, this person wants to seek guidance because it means that much to make a change.
I was that way. I used to refuse to ask for help.
Same here.
I was like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And one of my mentors at work was like, you just gotta start asking, man.
Yeah, bro.
Most of this shit could have been done like 2 weeks ago if you had just asked or delegated or like asked for a little bit of help. And I'm like, huh. So since then, anytime I'm a little stumped, I'll problem solve for like a little bit. But if I truly am starting to get to the point where I'm reaching for straws,
Yes.
I'm like, no, just rip the ripcord, call whoever you know is the expert of it, and fucking figure it out.
I was just gonna add to that, like from a business perspective, if you want to look at asking others for help, it's like the same thing. Like I follow this one guy who goes around and does these 1-minute interviews of like some of the wealthiest people in the world.
I've seen those,
And a commonality that he talks about that you see all the time is rich people delegate really, really well.
So much.
So it's kind of like, and it's something that I've learned even within my business and like even just getting signed up with like Kevin is like, you kind of have to spend the money just like you kind of have to put your ego aside to ask others for help.
Yeah.
It's like putting money back into your business.
Frank?
That's kind of how I look at delegation.
100%.
Frank at Experience, you remember him?
Yeah.
I used
Incredibly
to,
successful.
I used to think it was crazy because he would have so many tasks, and he would be so calm all the time, and I'd be like, God, like, how do you have such a big like thing that you got to get done every day, and he would be like, oh, I don't do any of it.
You learned that.
He would be like, Eric does this, and this. Anthony does this, and this. Johnny does this, and this.
Yeah.
Carly does this, and this. And they all get it done, and we do it as a team. And if they need help, they come to me.
Yep.
And I'm like, so all your manager duties have been delegated, and then he would just sit there and watch the numbers.
But that's
and shoot the shit with the members. And
Wow.
like create he would work on that side of the business
So
while they
efficient.
worked. And I was like, God, he's good at that. So then I started doing that. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, it clears up half your day when you
Right.
start actually delegating properly. And
That
then you
anxiety
have so-
starts to come down.
Right.
But a part of that is also just letting go of this like ego that you have to like control everything.
But also,
I struggle
time-
with that a lot for a
Time
while.
is money too, so like you're
Speed
getting
wins,
so much
baby.
time
Speed
back
wins.
to focus on other things, and that's like figuring out how to make more money in some
Yes.
way, shape, or form.
Literally
For
why
company, for you guys,
yeah,
whatever.
I have
Yeah.
Kevin.
that's why it's worth paying for someone, and that's like just goes right back to it. It's like
That's
investing
why we
in your
got
business.
Luke.
Look
Yeah,
at
why?
no
Whoa, he's
shit.
in the room. That's why we got
no
him.
Shit,
Fuck.
no
Like,
shit.
literally, we were
no
like,
shit.
Holy shit! Like we
Think
could
about-
pay and delegate this. And
I will say I enjoy.
Think
the
about
podcast
how much
more.
more enjoyable this process has been for
Yeah.
us just
My-
handing it off to him.
I was doing. My buddy Hayden called me and was like, "All right, give me the rundown on Luke." And I was like, "I got you." And it was like 35 minutes of him asking questions, me talking about it. I was like, "At the end of the day, I'm just telling you. I know you don't really enjoy doing the podcast day because you know how much fucking work is going
Stress.
to come from
That's
it."
what it got from.
And
for
then
me.
he was like, "Yeah, you're right." And I was like, "I know it because I
Yeah.
watched it happen to Nick too."
Yep.
And I was like, and then it started happening to me, and then it started to creep into Lance,
Yep.
and then it started creeping into
Makes
Zach,
you
and
not
we were
wanna
all-
do it.
And we would all be like, "Well, maybe we don't do the episode this week." And it's like, no, that's not an
Yeah,
option.
exactly.
We got to find a way. So then we said, "Fuck it." We'll invest our money and our time into getting Luke, and then
Yeah.
we can have time back. We invested a little bit of money, but time is back to us to focus on
I agree.
other things to make more money to keep paying Luke, and then get this to where we can get it. So
I agree, dude. That's a great way to put it, man.
we asked for help.
And, like,
Honda.
and imagine, bro, like, imagine if people asked for that help and thought, like, man, I will get to where I want to be quicker, easier, better. I'll be less anxious if it related to the smallest thing about their fucking health.
Right.
Talking about that 700-pound woman. She could have asked for help fucking
Crazy.
10 years ago.
She should have
And
delegated
she'd
a
have,
long
she'd
time
have
ago.
both legs.
I saw it was like the most powerful pictures that will like mean something to you today, and one was like a big square and it says how the problem feels now, and then it was a little square and it says how it'll feel in like 10 months.
Great.
And then another one was like goal, and then it was like this dude threw the football as hard as he could, but the other guy took a bouncing ball and then just bounced it, and it bounced all the way there. The football just died, and it was like little steps versus
Yeah.
like just trying to dive all in.
That's
little
so
things.
perfect.
Yeah,
dude.
and I was like looking at those this morning. I was like, that's what I needed.
That's so
Put the phone
perfect.
down, turned on Creed, and said, "Let's
Yeah.
get after it." Oh man, now I'm sick. Yeah. Good times.
Should we get into some of those brackets? Zach, you want to share those
Yeah,
with the group?
let's
do it,
some.
We
bro.
haven't had a bracket.
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
If you
Hopefully
still
they
have
post-
it,
they're
let
probably
me
posting
send
hella
it to me.
Super
I'll
Bowl
fucking.
shit.
Hey, imagine us all having a house like this on a piece of land.
That's,
God, I would love
that's
that.
probably New
That's
Zealand.
all of our houses.
That's fucking dope.
all four of them. We're all neighbors.
Look at that, dude. It's our own little community.
It is.
Bro,
What,
that's
Devo?
Lord of the
Just
Rings. I was gonna
four
say,
of our houses.
let's get a ton of money and go out to like New Zealand or Greenland and build like a compound.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be sick.
I might
That'd
be going
be
to New
so
Zealand in like a year or two.
Oh,
And
nice.
see,
Really?
Like the Lord of the Rings, see the Hobbiton.
That's on my list. Aaron and I's
found
travel list after our wedding
Yeah.
has that on it because I want to
found
go to
it.
see that.
Mount Doom is a legit thing.
You want to share it with me?
It's crazy, dude.
I want to see the Hobbits.
I'll
Well,
share
my
it with the
roommate
group
just
chat.
did that last year because his sister was studying abroad in New Zealand for 3 months. So
Yeah.
he had a free place to stay. He was
Wow.
like, screw it. He just booked the flight and they went and saw the Hobbiton, the whole movie set.
So cool.
I wonder what my life would have been like. In college, I applied for the
Hog
study
ranking
abroad
made the
for a
return.
whole
Same.
semester in New Zealand. I went to all the meetings.
That's where I wanted to go.
And then when we got to the financial part, I was like, I paid for all my own stuff, so I was like, I don't have $5,000. Like I have to pay for the semester
That's
too.
what happened to me.
And then I just couldn't do it. But we were literally weeks away from going, and I just needed to pay for it, and I couldn't find a way to get $5,000.
That's what
I
happened
worked
to me.
so much, I just didn't have time. I didn't have with school and that. And
My two options
I always
were.
wonder what it would have been like to spend a whole semester over there.
I had 2 or 3 options. Mine was New Zealand, Sweden, and then I thought about doing Australia. But the money is a huge thing, though.
Erin, I envy so much. She did one in Australia. She did one in Europe or in London.
Yeah.
She
I'm
spent
breaking my
years
Euro
over
card
there.
this year.
My sister did Ghana, and she literally, this is how my sister lived when she studied abroad for a certain period of time, in a village with the mayor of this town or something. So they lived better off than a majority of just other people across in their society. But still, this is how she'd eat. She would leave the house, go to the market with the family for part of the day to get fruits, to get new stuff. Like they'd have to walk like 3, 4, 5 miles every day. And when she would leave the house, there would be a cow in the front yard, and it would still be living. When she would get back, that entire cow would be dead, butchered on the front lawn. All the meat, all the skin, all the guts would be flat on the hide, and they would eat that cow for the next few days.
I'm not going to Ghana.
And that's how my sister lived for like 4 or 5 months. It was crazy. And I'm like, dude, that's a crazy experience.
I want to go somewhere cool.
Bro, yeah, I know. But like that, but she didn't know that going into it. Yeah. Bro, she had no idea. She literally was like placed there, and there was other students like miles away from her.
They just handed her the machete.
She was the only white chick in this fucking town, and she was with this family, and there was no studying going on. It was just her like living with them and then teaching kids stuff.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Anyway, sorry. Bracket, let's go.
You guys ready to rock?
Yep, let's rock.
All right, so we have which regular activity should be an Olympic sport. So one more. Which regular activity should be an Olympic sport? Now we've got 1 versus the 16. 1 is carrying grocery bags. 16 is a Halo 3 tourney.
16.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, dude.
16?
Carrying grocery bags.
Carrying grocery bags.
Halo
16.
3.
For real?
Halo 3.
Yeah.
You got, Luke?
Halo
Oh
3.
my god.
Really?
Carrying grocery
That
bags.
shit was crazy.
I can't relate. I've never played Halo 3.
Carrying grocery
Yeah, I've
bags.
never played Halo.
I think you can make that fun with like how much can you hold without it spilling. Without
I've got a technique,
that's
dude.
my mindset. I try to not make second
Same.
trips.
You could create like difficulty in actual locations to get to with the
Olympic
grocery
sport?
bags.
Fuck no.
Bro, I remember when I
Halo
lived
3 is just video
downtown,
games.
Halo 3.
I would park on the street and I lived downtown. I'm like, dude, I just got back from Woodman's.
Strategically.
And I better get all this
Yeah.
in one fucking trip.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Oh,
Bro, I would pack that shit
So
up.
the 1 seed moved forward 3-2. Next, we've got 8 versus 9. Number 8, who can fall asleep the fastest? Or 9, hog cranking.
Hog cranking.
Hog cranking.
Wait, what was the other option? Hog cranking and what?
Who can fall asleep?
I-
the
What would
fastest?
the
I could fall
time be?
asleep
Would we
in less
try
than
to
10
do it
seconds.
in the
Oh, yeah.
quickest
I
amount?
think you could do more creative shit with hog cranking than you
Is
could.
it
minute
in
I-
the quickest amount of time though? How long like you can like last?
It's
like,
not in
it's just
detail.
quick.
It's just called hog cranking.
Oh, okay.
Hog cranking.
I think you could do more with hog cranking.
Yeah.
It's
me too.
gross.
Yeah, you
You'd just be a bunch of dudes jacking off.
All right, guys.
But we
Who
could
can go?
make it-
Who
we
can
could
bust
make
the
it-
fastest?
But you could do a lot of cool shit with that.
He goes done.
Would you really want to watch that though?
No.
I think you could create
It just shows their
like
face.
a panel.
Yeah, everything's blurred beneath it.
You would just see the torso and up for the dude.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be blurred from the back shot. It would just be asses lined up.
Just like who can get off to like the nastiest human on the podium.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Gross.
Number 4 versus 13. We've got hot dog eating versus 13 hide and seek.
Ooh, hot.
I
hide
think
and
you
seek?
could make hide and seek really
Hide and
fucking
seek.
cool.
Yeah.
There's
But
nothing
hot
like-
dog eating is pretty impressive
There is
too.
nothing like the adrenaline of hide and seek.
And
Yeah.
hot
You're
dog
like
eating's already world
flashlight hide
champion.
and seek.
At a certain,
Yeah, I
yeah,
love
that's
it.
scary.
Yeah.
We used to do that.
So hide and seek moving forward. Number 5, we have poker. Number 12, lawn mowing.
ooh,
Lawn mowing.
Poker.
poker.
Lawn mowing.
Nick's gonna fucking.
I'm gonna pick lawn mowing, bro. I'm a sucker for
I've
lawn
seen
mowing.
those. I got into
Yeah,
those
lawn
videos on
mowing.
Instagram of the guys doing the golf courses
cool.
and how
Oh,
hard
yeah,
it
the
is and
hills
how
and
much
shit.
they go over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how precise.
It's
You know, the real side to story lawn mowing. You know those things where the people make content where they'll mow someone's lawn for free.
Yeah, it's
and then
sick.
just film it.
I'll
I
watch
watched so
all
many of
those.
those. One time I became so fucking obsessed when I was on prep that when they go past the curbs, they have that one spinning blade
Yeah.
to curb
Oh,
it so
yeah, yeah.
perfectly. I bought one of those when I was on prep just so I could do my sidewalks in my driveway. I felt so fucking
my
good.
It looks so nice.
I was like, dude, I'm like serious now.
I barely trim the edges. I'm like, fuck this.
I love it.
All right. So on that side, we have 1 carrying grocery bags versus 9 hog cranking. I'm gonna go carrying grocery
Yeah, me
bags.
too. Me too.
Yeah,
I guess.
I gotta go
That's
forward
nice.
with that one.
All right. Then we've got 13 hide and seek versus 12 lawn mowing. I'm gonna go hide and seek.
Lawn
Hide and
mowing.
seek.
Fuck.
Hide and seek.
Lawn mowing.
Hide and seek.
Fuck.
Hide and seek.
Okay, it's going for it.
All right. We've got hide and seek versus carrying grocery bags. I'm gonna go hide and seek.
Hide and
That's a
seek.
fucking
Hide and
sick
seek for
Olympic
sure,
sport.
Yeah,
bro.
If you had a camera
Some
from
Hunger
above,
Games type
and
shit.
it had like
Drones.
trackers, yeah.
You
That'd
could
be
do like a
sick.
jungle of hide and seek.
Yeah,
It could be
every-
like it could be
that's-
month-long events.
That's some
Every-
Hunger
Oh.
Games shit.
Yeah.
Bro.
Have you guys seen the professional tag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of. Yeah.
So funny.
All right, to the right
That'd
side.
be so fun.
So we have 2 versus 15. Stopping the gas pump or mini golf? I'm going to go mini golf.
Mini golf.
Mini golf.
Mini golf.
Stopping the gas pump on the perfect number.
But that is
hard.
very satisfying.
I
though.
love doing
But I
it,
think
though.
guys would get too good at it.
Mini golf, yeah. You see dudes at the pump. See that, babe?
on the stand.
Right away.
All right, 7
Training
Jenga
for the
versus
Olympics.
10 car touching competition. I'm going to go Jenga.
Wait, what was?
Jenga's sick.
Hard
Jenga.
what competition?
Car
Touching,
touching.
like people holding their hands on a car as long as they can
Oh.
without like letting go.
Nah, I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
think I've
Jenga,
ever
bro.
played Jenga.
Mr.
Jenga's
Beast does
skill.
that shit,
Jenga
though.
has
It's tough.
skill.
Jenga.
Jenga has skill.
Jenga then.
All right, 3 parallel parking, 14 untangling. I'm going to go parallel parking.
Parallel
I think you
parking.
can make some cool shit out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
Untangling.
that's just
Time
like-
and how much damage you can avoid while trying to fit vehicles
Or
in.
like what obstacles can you accomplish first with the vehicle and fucking park at the end?
There could be
I
some
can get my
massive
truck in
ones.
some tight spots.
Fucking insane.
It's very
I
impressive.
love it.
Yeah. It's
All
nice.
right, 6 vision
Rally freaks
competition, 11
Same.
furniture
Yeah.
building. Furniture building for sure.
Wait, what was the other one?
Vision competition or furniture?
Yeah.
What
furniture.
furniture building?
Furniture building
Vision
would be
just is
fucking
genetics.
Yeah,
sick.
furniture.
Yeah.
Genetics is against.
All right, then we got parallel parking versus furniture. I'm gonna go.
Parallel
Parallel parking.
Furniture, dude. I get
Furniture.
into those Netflix ones like a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
furniture's fucking sick.
I get what you're saying with parallel parking.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They can
Like, are we
get
just
crazy.
rating- are we just
Like
rating,
imagine
like,
if they had
the
to make a
furniture?
throne or
Yeah.
something.
In
I
like
would
an hour.
Let some artist just go to work
Oh
with some
yeah,
wood.
yeah.
I'm going furniture. Yeah.
me too.
Yeah,
I like
furniture
craftsmanship
building.
like that.
All right, then
Very
we've got Jenga versus mini golf. I'm gonna go Jenga.
Jenga.
Yeah, Jenga's intense.
Dude,
Jenga's
I watched a legit
yeah.
pro mini golf game and
It's
it was
insane.
crazy.
It is
Really?
insane. Yeah, it's
They
crazy.
because
The courses are
they
sick.
learn how to like ricochet perfectly. They like it's
Angle,
nuts.
speed.
That hole in one in the other day in the pot or in the
Was
chat.
nuts.
That's fucked up.
That was the
Golf
waste
is sick.
management
I wish you
tournament.
guys were more into it. Golf is so fun.
Lance, I want to go this summer, bro.
So I'm gonna
Me
play
too.
all the time.
A bunch of my
Play
buddies
all the
went
time.
the waste management tournament is different from any other
Sick.
golf tournament
Yeah.
because they allow for like full applause, like
That would be
full
fun.
eruption.
That's cool.
Every
Drinking is
drive,
in, dude. The party, like
Yeah.
Marcus is there right now, dude. The
Yeah.
party
I
for
have
that
3 buddies
shit
there too.
Really?
is
It's crazy.
it's something I've always wanted
It's
to do
full
with
on
buddies.
like NFL. They want you to be as loud and crazy.
What?
It's fucking.
Yeah.
Really?
So
The
like,
amount of partying during that weekend is off. The
yeah.
Can we if we go
It's crazy.
golfing this summer though? Are we fucking drinking if we're going in the middle of the day? I'll
Oh,
fucking
him
drink.
and I always
Like
crack
I'll
up.
get hammered.
I buy
hammered.
beer like
Like
I
if I'm
buy-
just with you guys, I'll get fucked up on the course.
Oh, it's fun.
Like I don't want to just buzz and actually. Like I want to take it serious,
I
but I
want
also
you to
want to
have
fucking
the full
have
golf
fun.
experience.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna
We
come
love
to the
that.
course.
We're gonna rip some
You're gonna
cigarettes,
come to our
some
hidden,
joints, and drink.
our hidden
Oh,
course.
yeah.
It's when we go at 5 p.m. There's no one there because everybody's going back for dinner and shit. The sun's usually starting to kind of subside a
Use
little
that as a
bit.
pregame, to be honest.
Yeah, and
Literally.
we would just bring the pen and we'd grab 2 or 3 beers and we'd just fucking
That'd be a perfect time, dude.
Play
play.
it.
We did that 3 times to
Snitch
end
out.
the summer, and I was like, "This might be the perfect thing."
And then imagine that, just like you just said, it'd be a perfect pregame. Like a great day, be like going from that, just going to a chill country bar after that,
Little
getting some
dive bar.
fucking food,
Yeah, a little
playing
darts.
some pool, still fucking slamming drinks back. That'd
We
be a
don't even
good fucking day.
I mean, you can even add that, and even if you want it to be like a lighter day,
Yeah.
you can end it at the end of golf, and you feel great.
You feel
because
terrific.
You just got
Yeah.
It's got a buzz.
12,000 steps in. You're kind of ripped,
Yeah.
you're kind of a little buzzed. and
yeah.
you were laughing the whole
active.
time. Yeah.
You're pretty
There's a
much burning
reason
off
I've
those
been
calories.
harping about this sport
Anyways.
for a while.
Back to
No,
the
I'm
thing.
starting
But
to understand.
we've got furniture building versus Jenga, and I am
Alright,
gonna
furniture
go
building.
Jenga.
Jenga.
I'm gonna go furniture building.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Furniture building.
Yeah, let's go.
All right,
Bears,
championship.
cute.
Furniture building versus hide and seek.
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek
Hide
by
and seek.
far.
Hide and
Yeah.
seek's the winner.
Where would everyone hide if they had a good hiding
Dude,
spot?
that's like Hunger Games.
I would go in the
I don't know.
sewers, bro.
I don't
Sewers?
know. You'd have to keep moving.
yeah.
You'd have to keep
It'd
moving.
Yeah.
be sick if every like time, or there was like, you know how the Olympics has levels.
Yeah.
Like as you get to the gold, closer to gold, it gets harder and harder. Like
Yeah, yeah.
first one's in a house, or the last one's just in a house, so it's like as hard as possible.
Yeah.
But the first one you're in a jungle, or this, you know,
Hide and seek tag would be pretty
Warehouse.
dope.
What if they threw
Yeah.
people in like abandoned cities?
I was gonna say
Yeah,
like a
warehouse
city.
or built like a city. That would be
What if
sick.
what if there was along with the hide and seek as the levels got progressively harder? What if there's challenges that you would to
Yeah,
like accomplish too?
eventually it would just get to Hunger Games? And then
Yeah,
we'd be
pretty
like,
What if they killed each other?
After the first month, let them die.
you just see the producer snap a stick and drop it in there. He goes, "Actually, let's see what happens." More views.
We're gonna try a new game today.
There'd be like a time limit for it, like how
Yeah,
how
yeah,
fast you
Speed
can find them.
matters.
Yeah.
The speed matters. That is
So like if
crazy.
it was in a city, how
the
long
speed
would
would
that
be the most important thing.
Well, yeah.
Well, there would
You
have
would
to
just
be
give
some type of
sections.
boundary.
Yeah.
They'd start a timer, and the person would
I don't
get
think
to
you'd
work.
ever get to a full city. I think if you would have to get like 25 people, you would do like a section of the woods. You'd have left and right limits, and then they couldn't go past them. Otherwise, instant disqualification. Next one, you would have to do like maybe like a warehouse. So it's like
Warehouse
still
would be
pretty
sick.
big, but not like it's still manageable.
I used to work in a warehouse, and
And
I
then
would
I'm
always
saying-
think about like where I could hide. I actually did hide in a couple spots to take naps.
Dude,
Nice.
my dad's old warehouse.
In the mattresses.
We
Yeah,
were
so sick.
I was the warehouse manager in high school for my dad's warehouse of one of his steel companies. And I showed my buddy one time who started working there too. We had pallet jacked one of the boxes out, and then it was probably a spot the size of this room, but all pallets, so you couldn't see in.
Sick, yeah.
And so I would pallet jack it, and then I'd bring the pallet back in, and no one could see you. Like you couldn't see, you couldn't hear because it was just sealed for like ever. And so I would nap in there all the time. I started bringing like blankets.
That's
and
hilarious.
my dad would be like, "How was the day?" I'd be like, "Yeah, great." Because my shift would start at 6 a.m. So I'd be like fucking exhausted by fucking noon. But,
Damn, that's hilarious, dude.
Rough high school. Anyways,
I
else
think
we got?
I had a paintball warrant in the warehouse one time.
That's sick.
That was fun.
Dude.
There was like it was cool because like you had to sign a waiver because they still had like the on the aisles in the entire warehouse they had like boxes and crates and shit. Like you could fucking snipe people and hide and stuff.
Right in Waterford, Zach, is the paintball spot that me and my buddies used to go in high school, and I just drove by it. It's still open.
Outdoors?
They do King of the Castle, so they built a castle in the woods.
that's
And one
fucking
team
sick.
takes the
Oh my
castle, and the
God.
other team comes from the woods and has to get into the castle with the flag.
Oh, let's
Fucking
go do
sick.
that.
Where was that at? I think I
It's
played
in
that.
Waterford.
I think I played there for my
Yep.
brother's bachelor
Then they
party.
have the boat.
Yeah, we
should
They have the one with the boat in the middle, right?
Yep.
In the field.
bunch
and
of
then,
tires for one
Then
of
they
them.
have a city one, and then they have two indoor ones, right? Like
I think the
Did
one
you
when I
guys-
played the course is all outside. The three outside, like side by
They-
side, and then
yeah.
the castle in the woods.
they have,
So cool.
They have two indoor ones. Then if you want to like get it even tighter quarters.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's real fucking tight. It's like
Yeah.
instant chaos.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That's why I like airsoft, bro. Airsoft's fun as fuck. Like
Airsoft.
legit airsoft.
Airsoft's fun. Airsoft
Yeah.
used to suck though.
My friend's
When you had the
got-
one friend that had like the best thing.
Yeah.
We had one of those
The
kids
rich fucking kid.
that would film for like back then YouTube was like no one was like actually filming for YouTube. If you were already famous.
Yep.
One of the richer kids in the area had a YouTube for his airsoft sniper shooting that he
Wow.
was so good with. And I remember he would come play airsoft with us, and I'd be like, I don't fucking want to. I'm not playing if I'm playing against him.
Yeah.
Because you would be like sitting there, and you'd be like behind a tree, and you'd go like this, and it would just be, and you'd be like, and he had this like $10,000 bolt action airsoft rifle that was so accurate he could hit from like 500 yards.
And the people, they get ghillie suits. They get into
he was
it.
that kind of
Yeah,
kid. And I
okay.
remember I would be like, I don't want to play against him.
No.
My dad got me a fucking see-through shotgun from
Yeah, dude.
like, I can't hit him, and I gotta
$20.
play a curve, and it doesn't even. You can't even feel it
Yeah.
through a shirt.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
his is like he hit one kid in the shin, and it went in the skin. It was
Wow.
under his skin.
Wow.
In his shin, and we had to like pop it out like a pimple.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's how crazy.
Disgusting.
I hated playing with my friends. Like when the airsoft guns that I had, like my parents wouldn't let me get them for a certain period of time, so I'd have to buy them secretly
I
through like
would
my
too.
cousin.
Yeah.
And you still had to be a certain age to buy them.
Right.
And so I'd have all these fucking with what money I could save up, just the ones that weren't with CO2,
Yep.
that were spring loaded,
All spring,
you know.
baby.
So then when I started playing with my friends, it actually had the fucking CO2 semi-auto pistols.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck am I doing here now? I'm like, I might as well just not even play anymore.
Or the
Those-
refurbished AR-15s.
yeah, the fuck am I talking? Dude, what?
I remember one buddy had like a full-on they
Like
took
fully
ARs
metal.
that
Yeah.
they bought from like the military and just
Yeah, it
gutted
wasn't
them.
even fun to play with.
And
kids
you would
that
just
had
hear him.
Fuck no.
You'd hear him racket, and it'd be
Yeah.
yeah. Like, oh my god,
Bro. And I'm like, what's going on?
yeah, the LMGs are wild.
yeah.
But they have rules where if you have a fully auto LMG, you have to like be so far back you're not allowed in the games to actually like get up close.
Sure.
Yeah,
and
true.
just unload
Your-
on
your
someone.
support
Fucking
fire,
hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More of a support fire. Yeah.
I will say it'd be fun if all of us got fucking kitted out and went to an airsoft place to like CQB and shit.
No, we should just go do paintball, and we can do
I
CQB
love that
there.
too.
Okay, but the airsoft makes you feel cooler because you got
It actually looks like a gun.
Yeah.
Whatever.
yeah, and then you don't got this
You know,
big fucking box of balls
Hey,
jiggling around.
It's hard. It's tough.
Fuck, dude.
Anyways,
good
let's
times.
wrap it up. Around the table, Zach. Final thoughts.
Go Eagles. Fuck Kansas City.
Okay,
Happy birthday, Shaquan.
there you go. Nick.
dude. Keep staying healthy, everybody.
Yeah.
And you know what? Ask for help this week if you need help. You know, it's a good thing to ask for help and make strides and anywhere you can.
Don't
Nice.
get 700 pounds.
Yep. Lance.
For those TV nerds out there on Amazon, Invincible season 3, the first 3 episodes have dropped.
So good.
And they are it's the only show in Rotten Tomatoes history to have 3 straight episodes be a perfect score.
Whoa.
And it is as accurate as it could be. It is flawless.
So shit.
flawless. And if you haven't seen the show, go to season 1. Don't do what Zach does and just kind of randomly go through episodes and then jump into season 3. Watch it the right way from the start because it's
so
a
good.
flawless show.
Episode 1 was good.
And if you're
Season
someone
3.
who has never gotten into not like an anime style, but like a comic style TV show, that is like one of the best ones to introduce yourself to. It's flawless.
What's Invincible on for everybody listening?
Amazon Prime, and it's fucking fantastic.
So
I just want to ask that for me.
It is fantastic.
Yeah, it's so good. In the development,
my favorite
We just
show.
watched a video today. The development of Mark, the main character, through the whole 3 seasons is crazy.
It'll make you want to
So go
fucking
watch it.
squat 1,000 pounds. It's good.
My final thought: go check out last week's episode. We had our first guest on, Jordan Plantico. So go check it out if you haven't listened. If you've made it this far on this podcast, go back, listen to that one if you haven't already. Like, follow, subscribe. Stay healthy. Don't let your friends slip into unhealthy habits that'll lead them to being 700 pounds. And fucking get after it.
And we have another guest coming up in a few weeks.
Oh yeah.
We won't reveal.
We'll,
Or should we reveal?
We'll leave, no. We'll leave you on the note.
You guys are going to love it.
It's
it's
gonna be
fun.
fucking sick.
Tile foot.
that's
That's
great.
all I'll say.
Weed.